And that's sort of the filter I use. Like, is this tradition? Is this going to enable me to focus more on relationships?
Yeah.
Or is it going to make me feel distracted by tasks?
Yeah.
And if it's the latter, then I give myself permission to skip it because it frees up my mind and emotions and energy for my people.
Welcome to More Than Small Talk. We're Susie Eller,
Jennifer Watson,
and Holly Girth, writers and real-life friends. We're inviting you to go deeper, become freer, and feel more connected.
So imagine you have a cup of coffee, a mug of tea, or a green smoothie in your hand,
and we're all hanging out in your favorite place together.
Hey, More Than Small Talk friends. We're so glad you're with us this week. We are in the thick of the Christmas season, and if you're anything like us, there might be a bit of chaos going on. So this week we're talking about finding calm in the middle of Christmas chaos.
Well, I love a good confession question. So let's start with that. How do you find calm in the midst of outer chaos?
I schedule a lot of alone time as much as I can. Like I'll look at my schedule and go, okay, I need to have an hour where I'm just to myself, especially if it's a packed day of work. So just scheduling that alone time kind of helps me chill out a little bit because things get really overstimulated in the holidays. So
yeah.
I think that helps me too. I have a little thing lately where I get my weighted blanket, my little buds, put on calming music, get a cup of tea, and just hang out on the little couch for a while. I also think it's helpful to find calm and chaos when you're with people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I coach a few people and they have been bringing up family dynamics at Christmas a lot. And so we've been working on even little phrases like, that's just humans being humans. That's one of my favorite ones for those super intense, moments that are happening around the holidays, often when we are with people. So I think having a little signature phrase too, that we say to ourselves, that's just a human being a human, and saying it to ourselves too. Mm-hmm. I'm just a human being human.
I really want to go deeper in that. I have an answer for that question, but so not everybody's family situation is the same. There are going to be people during Christmas that their family's at a distance, so they're completely alone. But then there's also those families that have so many expectations that they need to be in several different places. So how does that help to have that phrase? What does that do to our heart, our thought system? What are you preparing them for as you're giving them those phrases?
I think this is more specifically for there's 15 people in the kitchen and Aunt so-and-so is yelling because that's what she does. And someone else is hiding in the corner and Uncle whoever is bringing up politics and the dog just took the turkey leg and the children are throwing pie at the walls. You need a way to have a little levity to be I cannot control this.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I have to let these people be people.
Yeah.
And if I take this too seriously, it's really going to rev up my nervous system and put me in high alert mode. Yeah. And that is not helpful in the midst of irresolvable chaos.
Right.
Okay.
Because there is resolvable chaos and there is irresolvable chaos. And 15 people in the kitchen is probably irresolvable. So in those moments, I think a little bit of lightness and humor can just help us take a deep breath and hang in there for the half hour we have left until we get to go home.
I think that's so good. So for me, I wanted to ask you a question before I answer my question, but when do you start Christmas? The decorating, the buying, the thinking about it. When do you actually start?
I start in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm usually, honest to goodness, starting somewhere in December, maybe the 20th. And it's
really?
I have my house, because I do love Christmas. I love the tree. I love people. I love all those things about it. But there's something for me that if I try to start Christmas, say in October, it loses its luster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so to be able to go out, and this might be the whole 7 thing, is I love to hear the music. I love to see the person on the street corner doing the bell, raising funds for Salvation Army. I like the chaos. I like all of that out there. So I usually do it actually in the Christmas season. And so for me, finding inner calm means that I unplan instead of plan. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
Simplicity. I was thinking about this for this episode because Gretchen Rubin talks about how there are simplicity lovers and abundance lovers.
Okay.
And I think that's especially important at Christmas. Like simplicity lovers get joy out of simplifying, out of less, out of what can I organize or say no to or bring calm into. And abundance lovers are like, I'm having a tree in every room. We are doing, you can drive by their yards and be like, you're an abundance lover. And then someone else, I saw a little sign that was just like an arrow pointing to the neighbor's lights and it said ditto. And I was like, and we have the simplicity lover right there.
Yeah,
so I think it's helpful to know. So I'm a simplicity lover. So I actually some years skip. We don't have any decorations this year.
Okay.
And I am so happy about it.
Yeah.
And so I think it can help to know, like, am I a simplicity lover or am I abundance lover? And the people in my household, because there might need to be a conversation about what's the middle ground between the simplicity and all the things. Mm-hmm. Or my daughter's an abundance lover. So I love to go to her house and have her tree and her decorations and help her do all that. And that is joyful. And then go home to my quiet house where it's very simple. So I think it's like figuring out what is the right rhythm for you and your people.
Right. Well, that's great because I do find joy. Like right now, my mantle is completely done. I have greenery going on the rails on the stairs. I have lights outside. But it's because those things feel different and sweet and good.
And they bring you joy.
And they bring me joy.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah. So that's really good to know that, is to know yourself, to know how you're wired and what brings you joy. And also have people in your life. Like when we first had little kids, one of the kind of rules I had for myself is that the whole house was never going to be clean. I had 3 children, all together, because I have twins and then one that's 19 months older. So I had a kind of a rule for myself, is that if I could have one room that was always clean, even if the rest of the house looked like a tornado had blown through, if I could go to that one room, I could take a deep breath and be okay.
Yeah.
And that's kind of this too, is that if I could go to my, I guess I'm the abundance person. If you guys could come hang out with me and I could make warm bread for you and you enjoy that, but then you can go home.
Well, anything edible, I'm all in for. I mean, that's a different category. Like, I didn't say anything about Christmas stuff I can eat.
Yeah. I'll show up for the snacks.
Abundance
I'll
lover.
be like, but
Yeah. So if I need quiet, then I know that I can show up at Holly's house and we can sit and have tea and enjoy the quiet and conversation. And this is just taking down a different road than I thought we were going to go. And I really like it.
Yeah, I do too. Well, I think with the chaos, the abundance lovers, with that comes the disappointment, right? Because you have all of these heightened expectations. But I was thinking with the simplicity lovers, we'll go, okay, I didn't put up a tree this year. I've never, ever done that my whole entire life. And I'm like, is this okay? Is this allowed? Because my stuff is stuck in storage and I can't get it out. And, it's the conversations that you have with your family. Are you going to feel like it's not Christmas? Saying that to my daughters and they're like, it's fine. So it's just, this conversation's been super fun.
We hope you're enjoying our conversation about finding a bit more calm in your Christmas chaos. And if you want more calm all year long, then I'd love to tell you about my new resource, Prayers for Peace of Mind, scripture and encouragement for moments of anxiety, worry, and stress. You can get a free 5-day excerpt at hollygirth.com/peace and find out more. Now back to our conversation.
Well, and I also think that it's really important that inner calm is not even yes, it's our surroundings, but it is those places where you're put into positions where you're with people that you might disagree with, that you love a lot, but you see things so differently. And so for me, I kind of prepare before I get together. And maybe I'm doing exactly what you're saying with your coaching clients, Holly, because I begin to talk to myself and say, what is important here? What am I going to focus on? And I go in knowing that there are going to be things that are going to get under my skin, but is that going to be my focus? So I'll tell myself, be sure and note that person who is so kind. Be sure and notice that laughter. Be sure and notice that this is about Jesus. And maybe he and I get alone in a little room for a while, and I'm just like, okay, fill me up, refocus me, shift my perspective right now. And then I can go back out and I'm not just blindsided or focused on one thing that gets under my skin. I'm able to see more of the whole picture.
Yeah. And I think that's a great filter to say, what do I most want to focus on in this season?
Yeah.
And that's sort of the filter I use. Like, is this tradition? Is this going to enable me to focus more on relationships?
Yeah.
Or is it going to make me feel distracted by tasks?
Yeah.
And if it's the latter, then I give myself permission to skip it because it frees up my mind and emotions and energy for my people. So I can like fully engage in all the abundance they're doing. So I think asking like, what do I want to focus on? And even little rhythms for spiritual focus. Yeah. Like Lavelle's going through an Advent calendar with the kids every night. Yeah, and they read a little thing and they get candy. It was so funny. She's like reading this devotion, being really intention, and the kids are waiting. And the question is like, so why did Jesus come? And Clem was like, so we can get candy. And then she was like, why is it hard to wait? And he was like, I want candy now. I was like, yes, I feel you. Like, this is all of us. Yeah. All of us. So I think that's beautiful too. Like individually and with our people, like what are the little rhythms that really, I guess, realign us each day? Yeah. Not in a forced way, not in a obligatory way, but just a really soft, like, come back, come home. Like, let's remember what all of this is about, that it's love, for Jesus, each other. And that can be calming too.
Yeah. I was listening this morning to, and I'm going to so butcher this, Lectio Divina. Is that how you say it?
Sure.
So one of the things I know about my brain is that I don't always get it the first time. Usually I get pieces of it, but it goes straight past. So in this busy, chaotic season, and it's really busy for me right now because I have a mom in independent living, and my whole heart is wrapped around, is she happy? Is she going to be okay? And the loss of my dad, all of the things that are, and then how am I going to take care of my people? What have we got going on? And if I start my day with this, what it does is it takes a piece of scripture, literally just a couple of verses, and it'll say the verse. And the first time I'm like, okay, I got some of that. And then it'll ask you to just reflect. And then it says it again. And it invites you to make it personal. What is God saying to you during this? And then they do it again. And I'm like, somebody who has my brain created this because they know that for some of us, when things are busy, our brain is almost spastic. And so by the fourth time that they do it, and I did it this morning, and it was like, oh, I heard it. I heard it. It soaked in. I got that scripture. I know that there's a part of this for my day today. And I walked out equipped. So knowing resources that meet you where you're at, not just in the season, but in the way that God made you, can be really amazing.
That's so good.
Yeah. What do you feel like helps you, Jennifer? You and your people?
Yeah. just having some stillness. Like, I love all the chaos. My brain's like yours, Susie. I need it a few times before I'm going to really get it. It's like the attention span of a gnat. It's just, especially when there's so many shiny things, so the holidays and the sparkles and all of that can just be like, I love that, but it also can be a lot because I'm trying to take everything in. And so just trying to simplify. I used to have really, really high expectations of how I thought Christmas should look like as a family with kids, all of that. And dropping those expectations is what's helped me the most, to just take it as it comes. Whatever Christmas looks like, whether it's chaotic and spastic or still and wonderful, all of those things, that I just take it as it comes because I'm with the people I love the most.
Yeah. Well, I know that someone's listening right now and she's just like, I don't know that it's possible to find inner calm in the midst of outer chaos because Christmas is hard for me this year. And so I wonder what we might say to her. And I think what I would want to do is sit beside her, sit beside you, sweet friend that's listening, and just say, that one of the things that Jesus promises is peace that is bigger than our circumstances and bigger than ourselves. And we don't have to manufacture that. We're not required to manufacture peace.
Yeah.
But we are invited to allow his presence to meet us where we're at. And isn't that the beauty of Christmas?
Yeah. And the peace isn't the absence of something. It's the presence of someone with us. And Jesus understands when it's hard. And I think we give grief a seat at the table at Christmas because I really think for every single human, there's some kind of grief at Christmas. We're missing someone who's not there. We're mourning expectations of what we thought the holiday itself or life in general would be like. We may have health struggles that it's making it hard for us to enter in the way we want to. Like, all of us have grief at the holidays. And I think just acknowledging that and intentionally saying, I'm going to make space for that too, that can be calming, because otherwise we're just pushing it down and pushing it down and pushing it down. And that can feel like chaos. So just giving ourselves permission. I think it's just an intense season. So to just say, I'm probably going to experience the whole range of human emotions. Like, hopefully I have joy, but I'm probably going to have moments of grief too. And so are my people. Like, it's like, if we are normally set at a 5 intensity level, I think we all jump up 3 or 4 numbers on that intensity scale. And if we can anticipate that and show gentleness to ourselves and our people for it, I think that can be really helpful to be like, come January, this is gonna calm down a little. These people are going to calm down a little.
Simmer down.
Simmer down. I'm going to take it down a notch. Once we get through all this Christmas stuff, I think that can be helpful to just keep in mind too. It's a very intense season for all of us.
Yeah. Well, Christmas is coming, and we're going to be talking about this more next week, but we wish you peace during this Christmas season in the midst of chaos. And we love you like crazy. Just know that.
And that's it for today's episode. Thanks for going deeper, becoming freer, and connecting with us. More Than Small Talk is a part of the KLRC Podcast Network and is produced by Kara Culver. Show notes and resources are available on the More Than Small Talk page on klrc.com. You can also join us in our Facebook group. Subscribe to More Than Small Talk on your favorite app so you won't ever miss an episode.